Hello everyone and welcome to another Heroes of the Grid How to Play video. Today we're going to be going over a recently added component to the game, and those would be the Arsenal cards. Now I've only used the Arsenal cards once before, so please, forgive me if I get something wrong when going over them, but I'm going to do my best. As with all other card types, we're going to start with the layout of the Arsenal card. At the top center of the card is the name of the Arsenal card. The top left is how to obtain/purchase the card. Underneath that is the type of Arsenal card, which we'll cover in more detail later. Beneath that is the actual effect of the card, which details when you can use it and what it does. Depending on the type of Arsenal card, some of them have these hexagon shapes underneath the effect, which indicates how many times you can use them. You'll place an energy token in each hexagon, so that way you can keep track of how many times you've used their effect. Finally, you'll have the artwork on the right side of the Arsenal card, and in between the effect and the artwork you'll have a symbol just indicating which Ranger team the Arsenal card comes from. Now, as mentioned before, in order to purchase an Arsenal card, Rangers must pay the cost that's located in the top left corner of the card. Now you might be asking, pay 3 what exactly in terms of this card? And to that, the answer would be shields. In order to purchase this red Battleizer armor, for example, you'll need to the Rangers as a whole team will have to discard cards from their hand with a shield value equal to or greater than the cost of the Arsenal card. I should emphasize that this doesn't mean that every Ranger on the team has to discard 3 shields worth of cards for this red Battleizer armor. It just means that 3 shields total. So 1 Ranger could pay all 3, or 3 Rangers can pay 1 shield each and then obtain the card. Once obtained, the Arsenal card will go to a Ranger that's chosen by the players. Each Ranger can only hold 1 Arsenal card at a time. If they want to obtain a new one, they must discard the one they currently have. I also want to specify that this doesn't mean that each Ranger team can only have 1 Arsenal card at a time. It just means that each individual Ranger can have 1. So if you're playing with 3 players, all 3 Rangers can have an Arsenal card at one time. They just can't have any more than 1 each. Some Arsenal cards, like Metallic Armor here, have a cost of R. And you might be wondering what that is. What that means is that the cost to purchase the Arsenal card is equal to the number of Rangers that are currently playing the game. So if you're playing with 5 Rangers, the cost to purchase Metallic Armor will be 5. If you're only playing with 3, the cost will be 3. I want to emphasize that the cost is based on the number of Rangers, not the number of players. So if you have 3 players that are controlling 2 Rangers each, then Metallic Armor will cost 6. However, if they each only control 1 Ranger, then it'll only cost 3. Now, it is possible to reduce the cost in order to purchase an Arsenal card. This can be done whenever a Ranger performs the recover action. When recovering, the Ranger may choose to recover 6 shields fewer than normal, and instead split that difference to lower the cost of the Arsenal card. For example, a Ranger may decide to only recover up to 4 shields worth of cards from their discard pile, and instead use the remaining 2 to lower the cost of an Arsenal card by 2. This reduction in cost is represented by placing hit tokens on the Arsenal card. Each hit token represents a 1 cost reduction of the Arsenal card. If a discounted Arsenal card is obtained, then the hit tokens will just go back to the supply. As mentioned before, there are different types of Arsenal cards: Armor, Power Up, and Team Power Up, and they all operate slightly different from each other. Armor Arsenal cards are the ones that have the hexagons underneath the card effect. 1 energy token is placed in each hexagon. This represents how many times you can use that armor card's effect. Remove 1 energy token from the Arsenal card every time you use it. When the card has no more energy tokens on it, then it is discarded. Power-up Arsenal cards can only be used once. As a result, they often have very powerful effects. Team Power-up Arsenal cards can also only be used once. However, they remain throughout the entire battle. Team power-ups must be played in the battle right after they are obtained. I know I mentioned power-up Arsenal cards specifically, but in reality all of the Arsenal cards have great effects and can really turn the tide of a battle for you. To implement the Arsenal cards into the game, you'll take 10 random Arsenal cards and shuffle them together. Place that Arsenal card deck close to the power board. 2 Arsenal cards from the top of the deck will be revealed each round, and those are the 2 cards that can be purchased throughout that round. Any Arsenal cards that have not been obtained by the Rangers will go to the bottom of the Arsenal card deck at the end of the round. It should be noted that Arsenal cards cannot be purchased during battles. However, you may obtain them at any other point during a round. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or maybe something I may have missed in the comments below. Affiliate links will be provided below, and head on over to oncearanger.com to check out the full card database.